Hi, I'm Alex, a 24-year-old software engineer living a life that's pretty much routine. My world revolves around coding, debugging, and the occasional coffee break with my colleagues. But this typical cycle of mine was about to be disrupted in a way I never could have imagined. It was just another late evening at the office. The clock on the wall showed 8:30 p.m. I was alone, immersed in lines of code on my dual monitors, trying to fix a bug that had been bugging me for days. My desk was a cluttered landscape of coffee cups, scribbled notes, and tech gadgets. I always preferred working late. The silence helped me think. As a software engineer, my life was predictable, comfortable. I loved the logic and structure of my job. Emotions didn't really have much place in my world of zeros and ones. That was until the night everything changed. I glanced out of the window, taking a brief respite from the glaring screens. The city was alive with lights, but the sky, it was different. I squinted, unsure if my tired eyes were playing tricks on me. There was a strange, pulsating light in the sky, unlike anything I'd ever seen. It was eerie, yet mesmerizing. At first, I brushed it off as a trick of the light, or maybe some bizarre weather phenomenon. But the light grew brighter, more intense. It was then that a cold shiver ran down my spine. This was no ordinary event. Something was happening, something beyond my understanding. I reached for my phone, intending to call my best friend, Mark, a fellow tech enthusiast who loved all things science fiction. But before I could dial, my phone buzzed with a notification. A news alert, unidentified aerial phenomenon, observed worldwide. My heart raced as I clicked on the article. The news was flooded with reports of strange lights appearing over major cities across the globe. Social media was ablaze with theories and speculations. Was it a natural phenomenon? A technological marvel? Or something else entirely? I felt a mix of fear and fascination. My logical mind struggled to make sense of it. I had always been skeptical about extraterrestrial life, but the evidence unfolding before my eyes was overwhelming. I tried to focus on my work, to find solace in the familiarity of code, but it was impossible. My thoughts were consumed by the mysterious lights. I stood up, pacing around my cluttered office. The usually comforting hum of the servers now seemed ominous. I decided to step outside for some air. The city was unusually quiet, the usual nighttime hustle replaced by a tense stillness. People stood in groups, their eyes fixed on the sky, their faces lit by the unnatural glow. I felt a sense of unity with these strangers, a shared sense of uncertainty and awe. As I looked up at the pulsating light, a wave of vulnerability washed over me. We were possibly on the cusp of something monumental, something that could change the course of human history. My usual concerns, deadlines, code, the bug I couldn't fix, seemed trivial in the face of this unknown. I realized how small my world had been. My life had been a series of routines, comfortable yet confined. Now, as I stood under the vast starlit sky, overshadowed by the mysterious light, I felt a stirring of something new. Fear, yes, but also a hint of excitement. The universe was vast, and I was just a small part of it. As I headed back to the office, the streets were eerily silent. The world was holding its breath, waiting. I knew then that my life wouldn't be the same. The night sky, once a canvas of distant twinkling stars, now held a new, unsettling presence. Back at my desk, I couldn't focus. My mind was a whirlwind of emotions, curiosity, fear, wonder. I realized that the world as we knew it might be on the brink of change. And there I was, a solitary software engineer, witnessing the eve of something truly otherworldly. Little did I know, this was just the beginning. The night following the appearance of the strange lights was restless. I, Alex, lay in bed, my mind replaying the eerie scenes from the streets. The world felt different, charged with a sense of impending change. Sleep was elusive, with every shadow in my room seeming to dance with unknown secrets. Morning arrived with a sense of dread. The light outside felt harsh, unnatural. I reached for my phone, half expecting normalcy, but what I saw sent a shiver down my spine. News alerts flooded the screen, global panic as unknown crafts descend from the sky. I bolted upright, my heart pounding. This wasn't just an eerie light show anymore. It was real. My logical, tech-savvy mind struggled to comprehend. Were these aliens? The word felt strange, like something out of a sci-fi novel, not something I'd face in my orderly life. The usual morning hustle of the city was replaced by chaos. Sirens wailed in the distance, and the TV blared with breaking news. Unidentified crafts were landing in major cities around the world, their intentions unknown. Fear gripped my heart. This was beyond anything I had ever imagined, beyond any code or algorithm I could solve. I felt a deep sense of vulnerability, a realization of how small and unprepared we were. My routine life as a software engineer seemed insignificant in the face of this unknown threat. I remembered nights spent discussing alien theories with Mark, but those were just fun speculations. Now, the fiction was a chilling reality. I dressed hastily, my mind racing. Should I go to the office? Stay home? The world outside seemed transformed, the familiar streets now a stage for an unimaginable event. As I stepped outside, the air was filled with a mix of fear and curiosity. People were gathered in groups, their eyes skyward. The crafts were unlike any human-made machine, sleek, metallic, emitting a low hum that resonated in my chest. I felt a mix of awe and terror. This was technology far beyond our understanding. Suddenly, the sky lit up with bright beams emanating from the crafts. Screams echoed through the streets as chaos erupted. People ran in all directions, seeking shelter. My heart raced, adrenaline coursing through my veins. This was an attack. The realization hit me like a ton of bricks. We were under attack by beings from another world. I ran, not knowing where to go. My mind was a whirlwind of panic and disbelief. Buildings around me shook, windows shattered. The once familiar cityscape was now a battleground. The logical part of my brain tried to make sense of it, but all I could think about was survival. I found myself ducking into an alley, my breath ragged, my body trembling. The sounds of the city in turmoil were deafening. I thought of my family, my friends, the life I had known. Tears stung my eyes. Fear, despair, and a profound sense of loss overwhelmed me. The invasion was not just a physical assault. It was an attack on everything we knew and understood. Our beliefs, our advancements, our place in the universe, all were being challenged. I felt insignificant, a mere spectator in a cosmic play beyond my comprehension. As the chaos ensued, I realized that this was a turning point for humanity. Our world was changing, irrevocably. Amidst the fear and uncertainty, a strange determination began to build within me. I wasn't just going to be a victim in this unprecedented crisis. I needed to find a way to help, to use my skills, my knowledge, anything. The once predictable life of Alex, the software engineer, was gone. In its place was a new reality, one where the unknown loomed large, and the future was a mystery. But amidst the fear and chaos, a new resolve took root within me. I didn't know what lay ahead, but I was determined to face it head on. This was our world, and I wasn't going to give it up without a fight. The first few days were a blur of fear and survival. I moved through the city like a ghost, dodging sporadic attacks and scavenging for supplies. The once lively coffee shops and tech stores were deserted, their windows shattered, a stark reminder of how quickly life can change. As a software engineer, I had always believed in the power of logic and technology. But faced with this new alien technology, I felt powerless. My skills seemed irrelevant in a world where the rules had changed overnight. But as the initial shock subsided, a new emotion began to stir within me: determination. I wasn't going to let this be the end. We, as humans, had always found a way to overcome challenges, and this would be no different. I began to think about how my skills could be useful in this new world. I found a group of survivors, a mix of people from all walks of life, all united by a common goal: to reclaim our world. Among them was a scientist, Dr. Lena, who was trying to understand the alien technology. My technical skills suddenly found new purpose. I worked alongside her, using my knowledge of software and coding to decipher the alien tech. Days turned into weeks, and our small group became a community. We shared stories, skills, and hope. In the face of adversity, we found strength in each other. The despair I had felt was slowly replaced by a sense of camaraderie and purpose. We learned that the aliens were vulnerable to certain frequencies of sound. It was a breakthrough. Using my background in software, I helped Dr. Lena develop a device that could emit these frequencies. It was a glimmer of hope, a chance to fight back. The day we decided to test the device was tense. The city's silence was deafening as we set up the equipment. As I initiated the program, my heart pounded in my chest. This was more than just code. It was a chance to take back our world. The device worked. The aliens, disoriented by the frequencies, retreated. It was the first victory we had tasted since the invasion began. Cheers erupted among our group, a sound of joy and triumph that echoed through the desolate streets. In the weeks that followed, we shared our technology with other survivor groups. Slowly, we began to reclaim our cities, our homes, our world. The fight was far from over, but we had proven that we were not defenseless. As I look back, I realize how much I've changed. The Alex who loved the predictable world of software engineering is gone. In his place is someone stronger, braver, someone who faced the unknown and found a way to make a difference. The world will never be the same, nor will I. The alien invasion shattered our reality, but it also showed us the strength of the human spirit. We faced the unthinkable, and we survived. We adapted. We fought back. As I stand amidst the ruins of my once peaceful city, I'm filled with a sense of hope. We have a long road ahead to rebuild, to heal, but I know we'll face it together. We've seen the darkest night, and now we're ready for the dawn.